Hi, I'm JP.
And I'm Adam.
I've never seen Lost.
I have.
I'm told that it's good.
I liked it.
I'm told that it made sense.
Sort of.
But we're watching it out of order.
So it definitely won't make sense.
But it might still be good. Since we won't expect it to make sense, we'll still be able to appreciate each episode on its own merits as a 1-hour story.
Sometimes 2 or 3.
As opposed to just a fraction of an ongoing, sprawling, and increasingly complex tangle of relationships, personal stories, mysteries, mythologies, experiments, social dynamics, unnatural disasters, unanswered questions, and hot tropical hookups.
Are you okay?
I'm not sure.
Because you lost me a little bit there at the end.
Well, good, because I've been lost since the beginning.
We're lost on Lost.
Ooh, welcome everybody to Lost on Lost. I'm JP Russell, joined as always by someone who knows that birds aren't real, Adam Busher.
That's me, baby. The birds are just a trick. Do not let the government fool you. Trust nobody.
They work for the bourgeoisie. Adam, I have been awake for about 36 hours. I'm fine, but I need you to listen to me. Yeah. I've been doing some research for the show today.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's the secret sauce. I need to be completely exhausted to do work for this podcast, but whatever. I've uncovered something very important, Adam.
Okay.
The ABC television show Lost. You're familiar with it?
I've heard of it, sure.
Okay, yes. Out of 121 episodes of this show, 118 of them have the same first assistant camera, the same focus puller. The name of this man is Richard J. Brock, and I've never heard a more punchable name in my entire life. We can now put a name to all of the out-of-focus faces in this show. So moving forward, when there's a soft shot or something's out of focus, I'm just going to say Richard or Brock, and we can move on. Audience, take note and buckle up. Today we're talking about Par Avion, the 12th episode of Season 3 and the 61st episode overall. Our centric character is everyone's favorite designated driver, Claire Littleton. Par Avion takes place on the 80th day after the crash of Oceanic Flight 815. Adam.
Yeah.
Do you have a recap?
I certainly do.
Let's hear it.
Oh man, did you hear that? On the island, Kate Shepard, Saeed Jarrah, John Locke, and Danielle Rousseau have captured Mikhail Bakunin, hoping to exchange him to the others for still captive Jack Shepard. There seems to be no limit to the knowledge of the others until Mikhail suffers a rough bout of tinnitus. Elsewhere on the island, Claire Littleton and Charlie Pace have a lovely picnic that's interrupted by Desmond Hume, who's trying to do a good thing, but being a little creepy about it. Jin-Soo Kwon and Sun Kwon get enlisted to help Claire with her new plan to rescue everyone. And oh, Sawyer's there too. And in the before times, oh, what a lovely web we weave when we practice to deceive. I've never encountered anyone with a secret family in real life, but in TV it happens all the time. I suppose if you're drunk, rich, and love to fuck, it's an occupational hazard. Our first Claire episode seems to be a banger, so it's all downhill from here. It's Par Avion here on Lost on Lost.
What was that? Drunk, rich, and like to fuck?
Drunk, rich, and love to fuck.
I like it.
That'll be our second t-shirt right after shitty LAPD shit happened and I don't give a fuck. JP.
Yeah.
We have a guest.
Where?
Just over there.
Oh.
I want to welcome to the show one Mr. Brett Charles.
Hi guys, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, we're happy to have you. Brett, you and I met here at the now shuttered Nerd Strong Gym.
Adam and I would constantly just couldn't keep us away from each other of just like hot, sweaty physical activity.
Go on.
Until one, I couldn't afford it, and then two, the plague. So it happens.
Yeah,
it was a real one too. That'll do it. But yeah, we used to be we met at a gym called Nerd Strong, where it was just about that, nerds getting strong.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah,
it was good times.
It was a great community, and even though the physical location has shuttered, some of us still communicate and collaborate, and
the spirit lives on.
Yeah, exactly.
That is true.
Why don't we talk about real quick, Brett, your history with the ABC television show Lost?
Yeah, so Lost is actually one of the main reasons I wanted to do this, besides an excuse to just heckle Adam in person. Lost really was the first show that I cared about, and which I guess makes sense because it's also it started in when 2002,
2004,
2004, right?
Yeah.
So I'm a teenager. I'm starting to actually develop taste and personality of my own. besides just
Yeah.
and I like grown-up things, not just kid shows, not just animated X-Men or whatever else it was. Although Batman the Animated Series is timeless, I think.
That show fucking
no
rips.
doubt. But yeah, it was the first show that I actually this is what TV can be.
Sure.
And so I was hooked on it, and then went into college, went into that. And it did, I would say, help me develop, a more, affinity for just actual, all the shows that I thought, this is what adults waste their time with on prime time. Because, I just want to watch King of the Hill and Simpson syndicated episodes. But, I can actually invest in this.
Sure.
It was one of the first ones with that.
Did you watch the entire thing all the way start to finish, or did you fall off as some of our past guests have?
I want to say I did watch it in its entirety. I didn't watch it as religiously for the last few seasons, but I did. I kept up with it. I didn't watch it when everything aired, that day.
Yeah.
But I did watch, because I think it was also around the time you could start doing that.
Yeah. Should we talk about it?
I mean, I feel like I'm obligated to.
Yeah, at this point, you're kind of dialed in. Today, we're talking about Par Avion. It originally aired on March 14th, 2007, which is the day after my 21st birthday. So, somewhere around the time this was airing, I was throwing up in a bush outside of my physics class. It was written by Christina M. Kim and Jordan Rosenberg, and it was directed by Paul Edwards. Christina M. Kim plays the character of admitting nurse in a season 4 episode of Lost. Jordan Rosenberg was in a 2020 production called Pandemic, and I fucking hate that. This is also the only episode of Lost that he directed, and Paul Edwards has a pretty crazy IMDb, but most importantly, he was the camera operator on the Adam Sandler film Little Nicky.
Huh.
So
good.
That's
good for him.
No jokes. Hey, everybody take a drink. We start with an I.
Yep.
Yay.
Take a shot. Start with an I. This is the, I think, 5th episode in a row, something like that, where an I is the first shot. We gagged on it the first couple of times, but it's literally been our last 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah. Is it do you think they're trying to go for a Family Guy breathing, not breathing, but the pain, the knee pain thing, where they're just okay, we've invested too far, let's just keep going with it, and then it's this was our thing. It was always supposed to be our thing.
Maybe, I mean, because I think the original idea, it was supposed to be sort of high-minded and philosophical, the eye is the window to the soul and all that stuff. But then eventually you just lean into it. It's let's just do an eye, get an eye in here.
Yeah. Plus, not to get ahead, but this is a 1-2 eye opener.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys caught it.
Was a double eye.
It's a double eye opener from flashback to current.
Yep. Oh boy. Yeah, we start in flashback.
Mm-hmm.
Claire with black hair is in a car accident.
Mm-hmm.
Not real good. You don't know what's going on. It's a pretty bad wreck. It looks like.
Their car's totally destroyed. The windshield's blown out of the front. We didn't really get a good look at the other vehicle when they pulled out into the wide, but
no.
We noticed that the other occupant of the car was thrown clear and is injured.
Yeah.
And we discovered that it's Claire's mom, and she is
not good.
Seriously injured.
Yeah. I was ready to immediately start joking or tearing this episode new one. It's oh, not now.
Oh yeah. It's
that was not a good time.
From there, we cut to the beach. Claire wakes up, her eye, whatever. She's having a nap, and then Charlie wanders in with the baby, onion head, turnip head, whatever, vegetable head. And it's just this is just some cute shit, right? This is just your standard cute shit.
Yeah, I guess.
Cute, but I'm using cute in a sort of a diminutive way,
but also standard, like you said. This is very standard.
This is your standard cute shit. It's cute. Look at these 2 blonde people carrying around their blonde baby, and they can make even a desert island perfect.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like, is Charlie back on drugs though? I don't know where this falls in the timeline. I'm he's so manic and all over the place, and I'm just just say you want to fuck and get it over with. Let's go.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's made some fruit for Claire. Little mango, little plantain or banana going on there, and he's like, "G'day," and it's kind of cute.
Oh god, do I have something to say about all the accents?
Yeah.
Brett texted me this morning. I'm trying to work.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Oh, like, yeah. Again, I don't want to get too far ahead, but just having Desmond, Claire, and Charlie yell at each other is like way too goddamn Commonwealth for my taste. Like, I wish there was like a Canadian guy, and they're like, "Hey, what's all the problem there? Why are y'all yelling, huh?"
The sun never sets
Hey, bud.
on either the British Empire or the Lost Island.
Nope. Challenge accepted. Chucky Arlo, that's all I'll say.
We cut to the jungle, still in the present.
There's a jungle?
Yeah, they're, oh man. Okay, so like...
The A-team has assembled, baby.
Yeah.
We got Saeed, sweet baby boy. We got Kate. We got Rousseau. We got Mikhail. And they're looking at a map.
So real quick, I forgot their names, like Rousseau and guy that I just started calling Patchy. So I have Rousseau down as French Sarah Connor and Patchy.
French Sarah Connor, Patchy.
Yeah. And I remember when I first watched the series and Rousseau came in, I was like, oh yeah, I like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh god, no, she's awesome. I like every time she because you didn't see her right away when they were setting the scene up. Like we see John, we see Kate, we see Saeed, and then like when they cut to the other angle, then she's standing there. I was like, oh hell yeah, this A-team mission just got way better.
Right? Yeah, gotta love Rousseau. But yeah, they got Mikhail tied up. And they're looking at a map.
Yeah, it's an electrical map, so you know.
Yeah, an electrical map.
You might not be able to trust it. Or whatever. So some things have happened that
magnets, how do they work, right?
Some things have happened that we're back in the wild season 3 territories in which they talk about a station.
They talk about a stick.
Yeah. With some carbons.
Which I was like, is that Mr. Echo's stick?
I think it might be Mr. Echo's stick. I think you might be referring to that. But they're arguing about the station, and they blew it up.
I guess.
In addition to having been there, they blew it up.
The bold strategy.
Let's see if it pans out for them. They kick around.
In the American diplomacy, that's just called mission accomplished.
Hang the banner, plan the
bang,
parade.
Boom.
Yep.
They kick around the idea of killing Mikhail. Kate's not for it. John and Danielle are. I don't think Saeed voted. Everybody's got a rifle.
Yeah.
Season 3, it's been a while since we did a season 3 episode. I forgot how wild they can be.
Yeah. John, Mikhail's got like some attitude. Kate's trying to get some answers out of him. He's not really being honest. Saeed's frustrated. Locke's like, why are we keeping this guy alive? And Saeed's like, should we shoot him like a dog? And Locke, I like this little exchange where he's like, no, I like dogs,
Yeah.
But this guy's fucking dead weight.
Yeah. Cut back to the beach. So Claire and Charlie arrive at the location of the picnic.
Mm-hmm.
But Desmond comes in and he tries to swipe Charlie away from the picnic. In the previous scene, Claire mentioned something about Charlie being moody and depressed, and now he's all better or whatever. And so, like, when Desmond shows up, he immediately gets all moody again. And it's like, okay, obviously Desmond is the problem or something.
Right. Yeah, it's so weird. I mean, we know on the podcast that Desmond sees Charlie's death. We don't quite understand it. We saw a little bit of it in Greatest Hits. And this, I assume, is sort of the beginning of, like, hey, I'm Desmond. I kind of am into some weird shit.
Yeah.
I'm fucking weird, brother.
Yeah, he calls everybody brother, and I love that. It's him and Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, if only Desmond was just like Desmond, but Macho Man.
Oh, no, hold
I know
on.
how you die, brother.
Oh, yeah. Podcast, Screeching Halt. We're making a screenplay right now.
Don't you think it would be a better day to go hunt boar with me, brother? Oh boy. While Desmond's trying to convince Charlie to not have a picnic and hang out with him all day, Claire notices a flock of seagulls flying out, and she's just like a brainstorm. She's like, I know how we get off the island. It's like, oh, thank God.
Full stop. Did anyone have any ideas of what her plan was?
from that moment, I had no
yes,
clue.
just
No.
from that moment.
No.
Because,
No.
I mean,
this whole episode is like the epitome of like, elaborate, please.
yeah, because...
Stop withholding information.
I'll admit, I maybe have been a bit harsh on Claire
No.
up
JP.
to this point in the podcast. So I just
fine.
assumed that she saw the flock of seagulls and was like, I know how to get us off the island. Have you seen a little film from 1996 called James and the Giant Peach? I'm going to get a big old mango. I'm just going to hook up all them seagulls and we're going to fly our way back home, baby. And then I got lost
Your
in the
Australian
IMDb
accent, by
page
the way,
for-
is on point.
Thank you.
Or like, I wasn't gonna do much, but like, I got it. Like, I'm gonna take my baby and I'm gonna tie it to all these seagulls, and the baby will tell them.
The baby will tell them where we are.
So yeah, sorry, I got a little lost in the James and the Giant Peach IMDb page. So that's our cold open.
Yeah. Yeah, she runs off. Yeah, just like, I know how to do it. I know how to, like, whee. And then, yeah. Then, so we stay on the beach. Claire goes over to Sun and Jin. They're just hanging out, doing something. Claire runs up, and she's gonna need Jin's assistance. She needs some nets.
Yeah.
She needs some other stuff. She needs some chum. A little weird, odd thing happened here.
Yeah.
Claire was expounding on the plan,
Yeah.
and then Sawyer just like within earshot.
Yeah, being Sawyer.
Yeah, just like reading and not contributing and being a dick. He's about to call her Barbie, I think, and Sun
Because he
shoots
said
him.
Barb. He straight
Yeah,
up
he
called
said
her
Barb.
Barb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got through Barb, which made it even weirder.
Yeah, because like, did he just forget her name?
Did he forget her fake name that he gave her?
But then Sun shoots him a look, and he just like a puppy, like who knew he had done
Yeah.
wrong, just like stopped dead. And then he called her Claire, and it was kind of nice.
Like, no one has shut Sawyer down with just a look. Like,
No.
a very stern, like, mom look. And I was
Yeah.
like, damn, son, what transpired between you and Sawyer?
Yeah, and that's something I'm very curious about.
I'm into it.
Sun and Jin are into it. They're down to help. I mean, they're it's the
Yeah.
island. They probably don't have
Like,
anything
whatever,
else going
let's
on.
try something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, we didn't have plans today. Let's do it.
I mean, I think it's a safe assumption that like if they are not on screen, they're just sort of wandering around.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
just throwing rocks or doing whatever.
or building a tent again. Like there was a
Yeah.
shot in later. Like I think as Claire is coming up, there's just people building a tent behind. They've been on the
Yeah, 'cause-
island for 80 days.
Even, like,
Yeah.
Desmond's
thought
little
everybody
tent
had a
looks like
house.
No, they're
shit.
so bored. They have deconstructed and reconstructed their tent.
Like they've taken abandoned tents and they're like rebuilding. They're like refurbishing them. They're gonna flip them.
I can get 5 mangoes for this one.
Can't believe they gentrified that entire part of the beach. Now it used to be all just bungalows. Now it's all like tarp tents. Ooh.
5 mangoes in this economy? You're out of your mind.
Somehow there's an Amazon Fresh.
The Charlie comes over and he is real moody and he's like, "This is
Yeah.
don't waste your time." Like
Yeah,
again,
Mr. Sees the day.
yes, I know like time is the only finite resource that we have. It's our only non-renewable resource. But like you don't have anything to do. Like,
Yeah.
don't waste your time.
But
I'm
just
not
just like hot and cold. Like he is like peaks and valleys
Yeah,
with it
exactly.
emotionally in this thing.
Yeah.
At least at first. And
Yeah.
again, it's like you have reasons, but you don't.
Yeah, you could. Well, and I guess you could make the argument that Charlie's reason for being so moody is like a little weird. Like,
Yeah.
Get in line, dude. We're all
Wait,
gonna die. Okay.
right,
When? While they're talking to this, like twice, we just cut to like a really wide shot of Desmond just brooding, like in the background. It's like everyone just kind of like slowly looks like, damn, dude, Desmond's creeping over there. But it's neither here nor there.
We cut to a flash back to the
Yeah.
hospital. Claire is getting stitched up, getting taken care of post accident. She gets questioned by a cop.
Officer Barnes.
Officer Barnes asks her a bunch of questions: who was driving, how fast were you going when the truck hit you? The truck hit us, not the other way around. She gets all
Sure.
and he spills. These are all standard questions when there's an accident involving a fatality.
Yeah. excuse me?
Yeah. A, fuck the police. And B, dude, what?
She's not dead.
Yeah. So C or B.5.
Sure.
Like, Claire's not wrong here.
Yeah.
As far as, like, you're doing your job improperly.
Yeah. Like, she's probably got a concussion, and she's like, I know that you're on line.
Yeah.
I'm still aware.
Like,
Sir, I've had severe head trauma, and even I can do your job better than you. Okay. Jeez.
yeah, wildly inappropriate.
so bad.
Constable or officer or whatever the fuck your title is.
Yeah. But yeah, she says, my mom's in surgery. She's not dead. And then he's like, oh, okay. Like,
Yeah. It's like,
I'm
give it
just
her
waiting for her to
attitude.
die, and then I'll be back to finish my
Yeah.
questions. Man, fuck off.
He probably like has her mom in handcuffs, like in surgery.
Fucking yeah, this fucking guy.
Cut back to the present. Kate and Rousseau are palling around by the river. This is a good fucking scene.
This is a very good scene. My first note was though that this river that they're getting water at looks like the river that Echo collected clay.
Oh yeah,
It looked
Totally.
like the same exact river, and I was curious as to is it the same place? Not only is it
Could be.
like, you know,
Yeah, and you're wondering, like, intentionally.
right, intentionally, like are they
Yeah.
going past a place where like they're retracing Echo's path or whatever? Like,
yeah.
So I was curious about that.
Yeah, definitely has that vibe to it.
Yeah.
Really shallow sort of riverbed. You know?
But it totally could also be one of those, like, things, like, you actually ask them at a panel, and they're like, we just,
We were,
we got, like, 5 shots. We got 5, like, scenes, bro, or 5 sets.
Yeah,
Like, that's
yeah.
all we
It's
can
like,
do.
If we're gonna go to if we need a scene for a river, there are 3 places. we
Yeah,
can
you know
go.
all the permits we need for just to go to, like, the next river over?
It's unreal.
yeah.
Give it
Oh.
any
Actually,
idea.
I was watching something on Instagram where somebody was doing like a lost tour of Hawaii, and like they were standing on the beach, and they're like, if you look this way, this is where this scene happened. This scene, this is where this scene happened. This, they just turn, and there's like, here's these 6 moments that you know from the show, and it's like, yeah, we just need a fucking beach. Yeah, we just need a fucking riverbed. Like, whatever, man. Like,
And directly behind them is like the Hotel Mauna Kea on Waikiki Beach. It's just like
Yeah, that's what.
pasty white folks sharing a huge umbrella.
What are they doing over there?
They're making one of them TV shows.
Are you making a movie?
Are you guys making another
Can I
Jurassic Park?
be in a movie?
is that the guy from Party of 5?
Is that Tombstone's Terry O'Quinn? Oh, man!
Oh,
Yeah,
my
we like to
God.
talk shit on Rick Brock over here, but, like, he had a lot to deal with.
yeah.
Oh my God.
So the content of this scene, they're drinking some water, or they're getting
Yeah.
water, and Claire, Kate asked Rousseau, she's like, I just told you that your daughter's still alive. How come you even asked about her? And Rousseau says this like kind of tragic thing.
Yeah, holy shit.
Says, frames it like, if your friend, what if you found out about your friend Jack, blah, blah, blah. And she says, I haven't asked you any questions about my daughter because I do not want to know the answers.
Right. She doesn't remember me.
Yeah, she
been
was
16
a little
years.
infant.
Yeah.
And it's been 16 years. It's like, man. They return to the to Saeed and John and Mikhail with some water. Saeed asks Mikhail some questions. Rousseau's like, nah, it doesn't matter what he says. Everything he says is gonna lie. And and Mikhail's like, nah, I'll just tell everything I know. I have no reason to lie. I'm Mikhail. I
Right.
do whatever I fucking please.
He's like, yeah, I came here like when he was 24. He came here on a sub.
The man who recruited me, he was a magnificent man.
Yeah. What? It's
We
not
know
Ben.
we know all about Ben. It wasn't Ben. Yeah. I wanted
Dude.
to laugh.
Like, the tone is like when someone's like, oh, so are you two a thing? And he's like, oh, God, no. Him? Ugh.
Exactly.
I wouldn't be caught dead with Ben. Somewhere Ben's just like,
Oh,
Oh. Yeah. Imagine how fucking pissed he would be to hear that. Like, ugh.
so good.
Oh my God.
say that to my face.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll say it 5 times before breakfast. I'm Mikhail. What are you gonna do? Poke my eye out? In regards to the sub, Mikhail says they used to use it to go to and from the island, but 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago, their underwater beacon that they used to return to the island was destroyed by some sort of electromagnetic event. So apparently they can still leave if they want, but then they wouldn't be able to return, implying that anybody who lives on the island, they'd want to come back.
He also said something about them not being on the list, which was very vague, but like not that he can't explain it to them, but that they wouldn't understand because they're not on the list.
What did you say? You wouldn't understand?
Yeah.
Let me rephrase. You don't have the ability to comprehend.
Yeah, something like that.
Your stupid little brain.
Yeah.
Stupid non-island brain.
Yeah.
So good.
And then there's a little exchange where like they're like, you don't know anything about us, and then he calls them by their first and last names, like Kate, Austin, Saeed Jarrah. I don't know anything about you. You're complete strangers to me. And it's like, oh shit, no, he knows all about them. Like, oh, this is not good.
Yeah. And then he gets the half line out too. But John Locke, I have memories of you, but maybe not, because the John Locke I know is And then Rousseau cuts him off. Hey, check out this thing.
Yeah. Anywho.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Like, we get it. You're evil and you know everything. Ooh. It's hot out here and we have some shit to find.
Yeah. She wasn't even talking about like what you guys are about to mention, but just the fact that like it was open. It was an open space and like not all this humidity and
It's like this,
all these trees. Just like, oh God, I can breathe.
So good.
I've been cut off like mid-sentence before. I don't think I've ever like stopped in the middle of a word.
Well,
It's happened twice in this episode. It happened during Barbie and it happened during Paralyzed.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. That's some TV shit.
Yeah, that's some TV shit right there. They reached the sonic fence.
Yeah, we've seen this once before.
Yeah, we here on Lost on Lost know all about sonic fence. We saw this.
I wouldn't say we know all about it.
Look, we know all about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it says more about me than the writers or the set designers, but kind of phallic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can we agree?
Yeah.
Big dick
Okay.
energy.
And a bunch
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of
Just
them.
a lot. I mean, that's fine, you know?
Yeah.
There's a time and place for
Sure.
that many, but like, just when I saw them, I was just like, is this how they're supposed to look?
I
mean,
mean,
like-
too much into this.
I mean, most of my experience with pylons involves StarCraft, so like,
Sure.
I shouldn't expect those kind. But like, this is still like, this is a choice for them to look like that.
Exactly. Yeah. that not only was it a choice, but somebody who designed that, somebody brought it to their department head. The department head was like, "Yeah, let's show the producers."
Several people
Producers
agreed
was
to
like,
this.
"That looks good."
Yeah.
And then
Everybody
the
was like,
EPs,
yep, make
and then
25 more of them.
Yep, it got to Damon Carlton's desk, and they're like, "Sounds good.
Yep.
Make a huge roll of them."
Yeah.
What's our budget? Spend 30% on it.
Go.
Just that.
I thought it was interesting, though, that Rousseau's like, hey, come take a look at this. She seemed confused by it, too, and she's been on this island for a long time.
Yeah, it gives you the
Yeah.
impression that, like, either she doesn't, this is not out of her sort of, like, home territory. She doesn't really
Right.
travel over here or something. Yeah, it's mysterious, to say
Yeah.
the least. But yeah, we did see this a little bit. We saw it in a Ben flashback a while back. Ben knows how to get through it, so we know you can get through it. We know there's a way.
Yeah.
They don't, the A-team here, but
They'll figure it out.
got to the beach.
Yeah.
Jin and Claire are making a bird trap.
Yep. Some nets.
Some
Jin's
chum.
English is getting better.
Yeah, Jin's English is getting better.
And just to clarify, no one's tried to learn Korean, right?
That's a good point, Brad. Not a single.
I just,
That's
yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
you're right. Yeah.
I mean, if only just because you're bored. Like,
Right.
what else are you gonna? What else would you do?
Even if he wasn't receptive to teaching somebody Korean over the first 20 days, it's been 80.
Yeah, someone
Yeah.
else at least. There has to be someone, and I feel like Hurley, because
Right.
I have to mention
Ooh,
Hurley. If I can't
yeah.
mention him during the episode, I have to at least invoke him somehow.
Exactly. Yeah.
He seems like the
Totally.
guy like, hey, dude, you tell me a word, I'll tell you one, and
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
dude,
where was that
totally.
scene?
That actually would have been great.
That would have been a great
That would have been.
anywhere along the.
Damon, if you're gonna reboot, I'm here. I have.
Okay, so
I
we
have
got
5
Hurley
ideas.
learning Korean,
Yep.
and we got Desmond doing a Macho Man Randy Savage
Yep.
impression.
Everything's
Got
the
it,
same
got
about
it.
Desmond except Macho Man
Except
voice.
he's a match model.
Yes. Okay. We are cooking with gas.
We got it.
Don't tell Kate. So
Son and Claire have a little bit of a chat about their moms.
Yeah,
and
nothing.
that's
Yeah.
that's kind of the rest of that scene.
Yeah.
Claire does not care.
yeah.
My mom didn't want me to marry a fisherman, and it's so.
Claire's
Yeah.
like,
Okay, cool.
this is
Cool.
about me.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
if you know who the central character is this episode, but I don't care about your haughty mother. Cut to a flashback. Claire's mom is out of surgery, but still in real bad shape. She's
Not haughty at all. Very not haughty.
No.
Quite docile.
Yeah. But speaking of haughty, Aunt Lindsay is there.
Oh, that's true. Oof.
And wow.
Out of nowhere, just blindsided.
Where'd you go? I went home to take a shower because I was covered in blood and glass. I'm glad you feel better.
Yeah, so far, like, I get it. Like, and maybe as a former Hot Topic teen myself, like, I have some empathy for this current Claire or this flashback Claire. But I think it also be said that she's not wrong in like what she's done. Like, if I had a traumatizing experience, I think a shower would help me be functional again.
Yeah. Get you back to neutral.
Especially as you said, there's probably still some glass shards in my hair. I gotta rinse.
Yeah.
She might have blood on her that's not even hers. Like, you want to remove yourself from that. That's not good for anybody's psyche.
Yeah. The doctor comes in and gives Aunt Lindsay and Claire the scoop. We don't find out mom's name until way later. It's Carol.
Yeah.
And Carol is the only thing that's keeping her alive are the machines.
This is a recurring thing with moms, by the way. Huh?
Yeah.
By the way, her name was this.
Well, it's
yeah.
But yeah, so the doctor, the machines are the only things keeping her alive. She could snap out of it in a day, a month, a year. We don't know. The nature of head injuries, whatever. The nature of her injuries, we have no idea. She could be like this forever.
Sure.
And then Aunt Lindsay's like, we can't afford that. And he's like, oh, don't worry about it. Her medical bills are being paid for.
By the Australian government?
Funny you should mention that.
Yeah.
Because as I was looking for some trivia on Lostpedia, a bit of trivia about this is that the Australian government would have 100% cared for Claire's mother in perpetuity. She would not have had to had her. It said obviously the insurance company would have tried to limit their own costs or whatever, but Australian Medicare would have taken care of her until her natural death.
Hey, not to jump too far forward here. I was also doing some research. It is not illegal to take someone off of life support in Australia.
That sounds like some TV shit, that line.
Oh, this is real TV, real shit.
Yeah. Confidential source.
I mean, listen, this was like, what, 2006?
Give or take, yeah.
Yeah, so like,
2007.
Sure the internet was there. But did we really...
Could we really know?
Could we really use it?
Is there any way?
Is there really any way to talk to someone in Australia?
I don't think so.
But yeah, as far as
2007,
like,
how do you even access the Australian internet? We didn't fucking know.
From there we cut to the beach.
Yeah.
They're about to snatch a bird. Oh, it's about to work, this little Scooby-Doo trap. But then some gunshots scare away the birds. In my head, when the gun went off, I was just imagining Homer advertising the Bowl-orama. Bowling! Get your bowling! That's what I was thinking of Desmond was doing behind them, just firing his gun into the air. He might as well have been shouting.
That's perfect.
What were you doing here? I was hunting boar right next to the beach. Where'd it go? I don't know. It got away.
Boars. They just...
They're so mobile. Dangerous.
Yeah, they notoriously get away without making a sound.
Were boars ever found on the island?
There was one, like a wild boar originally, and then there was the time-traveling spirit of the ghost that haunted Sawyer that inhabited a boar.
That's right. Yeah.
So there have been at least two.
They've talked quite a bit about...
One's kind of...
like an...
it's
like
a boar,
maybe.
Boar with an asterisk on it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really hard to get a tag for that one, so,
One normal type boar, one ghost type boar.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, Claire accuses Desmond of scaring the birds away on purpose. He's like, it's all weird. Yeah. No.
Just a lot of like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. She's like, you clearly are doing this intentionally. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're Claire. I can't do anything.
Yeah.
This is
tough because Claire's Australian and Desmond's Scottish.
Yeah.
So like it's all over.
And I'm over here like, well, golly, this is when I was not at that moment because I watched it really early in the morning, but this is the moment I was talking about Adam. Like, this is way too Commonwealth.
Yeah.
Like, this is like I can't handle. Was Charlie there too?
Not in this.
Not in that
scene.
one. But then it's like just when you got over like Desmond and Claire like yelling at each other, then you got Charlie and Claire like yelling at each other like, oh.
You got
Yeah.
you have the Manchester Charlie's horrible Manchester. Well, it's a real accent, so it's not horrible, but like
It
It
is
can still be
horrible.
horrible. It's
It
pretty
can still be
horrible.
horrible.
You
But
can still
so
say that.
So he's got his thick Manchester accent. You have Desmond's Scottish accent, and then you have Claire's Australian accent, the only Australian on the island. Oh, holy yeah, it's a lot.
I needed. This is when I really needed Hurley just to cleanse the palate.
Right,
just,
just get a little SoCal back in there. And
hey,
just like,
dude. Yeah,
just
I just
flatten
needed,
it back
I
out,
needed
man.
one hey, dude.
Just like, hey.
To like, oh.
Oh man, this
Yeah.
feels real again. Center me back in reality.
Yeah.
From there, we cut back to the jungle, still in the present. They are trying to figure out what's up with the cock pylons.
I had to watch this scene twice because the first time, all I was looking at was Saeed holding his rifle with his finger on the trigger the whole
I noticed
time.
that too.
You know, the military trained guy.
Yeah, former soldier, Saeed Jarrah, just epitome of trigger discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out what's up with these things, and then John just like grabs Mikhail and throws him through it.
He's just had enough of them, and he's just like, fuck this. Like, oh, it's a security thing. Like, it works, it doesn't work. Like, one way to find out, baby.
The sound that the pylons made when
Yeah.
Mikhail went through it was pretty stunning.
Yeah.
We have to remember like the time frame. So this was pre-Inception.
Yeah. This is pre-Inception bomb. So
Pre low rumbles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we also take a moment to appreciate a very TV thing of Mikhail saying thank you?
Yeah.
It's like with just enough time
Yep.
before he
Yep.
goes.
through the fence, faces the other characters. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 100% a TV thing.
But yeah, he starts foaming from the mouth, bleeding from the ears. He's having a real
Yeah.
bad time.
That's a hell of a way to go. I don't, not in my top 5 ways to go.
They're like, okay, so we can't go through it. We can probably go over it, right? It's just
Yeah.
a fence.
Sure hope it's linear and not spherical in nature.
Saeed's like, give me the axe. Question 1, where's the axe? Question 2, give me the axe. It's in John Locke's backpack, and he's like, I'll get it. And John's like, no, don't let me do it.
Whoops.
Ooh, so...
He's got some
remember
C4.
earlier? Yeah,
Some
remember earlier
plastique.
when John said that he didn't know about the C4, and now he's got some C4 in his backpack. John's doing a little bit of lying here.
Ain't I a stinker?
To his compatriots here, and that's
Yeah.
This is, it's evergreen and it's all over the series. But this is maybe one of the, if there's like one real highlight of this whole damn episode, it's one of the best instances of a John Locke smirk.
Oh, yeah.
The perpetual smirk, but really shines right here. Just that little.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm incorrigible.
Oh gosh.
It almost makes me wish that John Locke like looked right into the camera more. Everyone walks away, and then he just looks real quick, winks, and then walks
quick.
too.
Just
Quick take to camera.
Yeah.
like he smiles and there's like a glint in his teeth. It's like, ding.
Yeah, that like anime, like whoosh, like shine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cut to the beach. Claire and Charlie are arguing. Oh, Claire returns to find Charlie. She wants to yell at him because of Desmond.
Yeah.
I wish. Oi! I'm gonna yell now.
Well,
Oh, we yelling?
Oi!
Yelling time.
Oi! Don't come in here making all that racket. You're gonna wake up the baby.
Charlie says something about like, I don't want to advocate false hope. Charlie, like 10 episodes ago, you were so convinced that we were going to get rescued that you were writing a new album on the beach while Claire was trying to cut your hair. Like,
Yeah, and this is the same guy who did the imaginary jar of peanut butter, so he can
Yeah.
fuck himself all the way off of Fuck Island.
Yeah.
She kicks him out. Fuck.
Charlie's the guy who retweeted Elon Musk's tweet about like the pandemic being done in like 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. See?
See?
He knows what's up.
yeah, exactly. She tells him, just go.
Yeah,
I'm out of here.
kicks him out. So I mean, maybe this is where the vacant tents are coming from. People are cohabitating, and then so Charlie could go back to his old empty tent. But will they?
Maybe.
Won't they? Whatever. Cut to a flashback.
Claire's mom has a new doctor.
Yeah, handsome American doctor. Show of hands. Who, as soon as they said American doctor, knew it was gonna be Christian Shepherd? Brett, JP.
Yep.
Yeah.
Adam. Okay.
Yeah.
But like one of the biggest overarching things that I think this series actually like messed me up on for real is just how unnecessarily holistic everything has to be. Like, oh, I get it. We're all connected. God.
Oh.
Christians everywhere. Christians, yeah. He's in there. And, who are you? It's just I'm leaving. Whatever.
I should leave.
Yeah. And then Aunt Lindsay comes in and is just like, "What are you doing?"
Oi! What the hell are you?
What's that
I wish it
AC/DC
sounded like
song
Meredith.
that starts with oi oi oi?
Yeah. Diggy Zoggy. Oi, Gav, why are you here? How many accents can I do in one sentence?
It's just sounding like the beginning of TNT by AC/DC.
Oh my god, man! I love a good usage of the word arbiter.
Yeah, you're like, damn, 10 points for this episode.
Nicely done. Like you read some goofy shit in here, Christina Kim and the other dude, but you're not the arbiter here. But yeah, so like he spills. He's like, "I'm your dad. Like you thought your dad was dead. I'm your dad."
Yeah,
and so check it out.
Psych.
So it turns out, So it turns out Jack and Kate or Jack and Claire are half siblings.
Yeah. Now, correct me, but this never. And I get like they'll never know. And it's tragic, I guess, but they never find out.
They do find out.
They do. Okay.
They do. But it's like.
But even then, oh, neat. Yeah.
It would not surprise me if Jack's like, "Oh, I'm glad I never tried to fuck you then," because I tried to fuck every other woman on this island. So yeah, dodge bullet there. Fucking Jack.
Or like Jag.
Jag. Nah, yeah. Got him.
Oh, speaking of, during this scene, we got a Brock. We had a pretty bad Brock.
Okay.
Feels good to finally be able to. All right.
To christen it.
Yep.
Yeah. Cut back to the jungle. They start cutting some trees.
Love me a good mini montage.
Yeah.
Just like little music cue, cut down a tree, making a sawhorse.
I was thinking of the montage from Army of Darkness. Like, like the track is called "Building the Death Coaster." And I was just like, oh, this is like what I want to hear. Like when they're doing this.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Good.
Rousseau brings up something like, "Why don't we just use that plastic explosive that you got?" which is a good little writing thing. And Locke being like, "Be my guest. You want to go mess around with some plastic explosive? Have fun." It's like, okay, yes, that would have been a question assholes with a rewatch podcast would have brought up
if they didn't write it in. Yeah, if they didn't put that line in there, we'd be clowning on them for not using it.
Yeah.
And yet we still are. So.
You can't stop us.
No, clown's gonna clown.
There you go.
Yeah.
They just lean this tree up over the thing, and Kate volunteers to go first.
Yep.
They tell her to give the balls a wide berth, and she makes it. It's over there, and then she is just left alone on that side of the fence with Mikhail's dead body for a minute.
Oh god! If only they had just walked away. Let us know. Have fun.
That would have been a perfect opportunity to hear the smoke monster, and then them all just like book.
So, I have a stupid question.
Sure.
Is he dead?
So
because
the other survivors start climbing over. So the other survivors start climbing over the log. And that's the end of that scene.
Well, no.
Okay. Wait. Go ahead, JP, because I want to go off this.
She rolls him over, and his chest is moving up and down, and I'm like, is that intentionally like, oh, he's alive, or was that just bad acting?
Bad editing, bad takes, bad.
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Ricky Brocky didn't notice and didn't ask for a retake.
Yep.
Right.
I don't know. I think that might be one of those questions that for the moment does not have an answer.
Yeah, because he looked dead. He was already paling out.
Yeah, I mean, his head was like totally covered in
blood.
But
I totally noticed.
Yeah.
I totally noticed the breathing. I was like, hey, wait.
Yeah. So the rest of them climb over the thing, and that's the end of the scene. We cut back to a flashback. God. So Claire works at a tattoo parlor.
Really quick.
Yeah.
There's a scene where Claire and Son are talking on the beach. Honestly, we can skip it. It's inconsequential. Because they're talking about two men that are just over there, I just wrote down, well, this one ain't going to pass the Bechdel test.
Yeah, anti-Bechdel.
Yeah, and that's it. We can just skip
although,
it.
you know, I kind of would have appreciated if they had gone from, like, you know, the B story with the PP pylons to just like, anyway, back to flashback, Claire.
right. Yeah, that would.
Oh,
Keep you on your toes.
we gotta call them the PP pylons from now on.
PP pylons.
You just have it. That's my contribution.
Thank you, Brad.
Contribution to the show.
You. So you're right. That little quick scene where it
doesn't matter.
Charlie and Desmond are arguing off there, and Claire's gonna go yell at them.
Yeah. Boy, bloody, whatever.
Oh
yeah.
What are you saying? I got to say you. Then we cut to the tattoo parlor, back to the flashback.
She dresses so schlubby for work. Like,
oh man, I'm just
gonna put it out there. Like, she looked better. Like, she all, like, you know, put together for the hospital. And I get it, you want to be in the hospital, but then, like, it's like, are you worried that you're gonna, like, splash, like, ear blood or something on your shirt? Like,
not if you're piercing with a gun. I mean, this isn't a Claire's in the mall. Like,
it was though.
You know,
was it? Oh, well, Claire. Okay,
I hate that.
Technically, every gun's a piercing gun. Just depends on how big you want the piercing.
Yeah, if you're gonna split hairs here.
Yeah.
Can I just say, I had a real moment when I realized it was a mall that, like, it's like, you know, most of my...
Oh, shit, it is a mall.
Yeah, or like, oh, look, they're just like us.
I forgot that it wasn't a mall.
Because, you know, most of my impression of Australia is just Mad Max. So,
just spiders the size of cars and drop bears. And
yeah. But sometimes there's a mall.
But sometimes there's a mall, and you can get a coffee and get your ear pierced for £10 or $10 or whatever money they use in wherever.
10 dingoes.
Christian's there. He's gonna get a little work done on his sleeve, and he also wants to talk to her. He takes her out to a cup of coffee, and he tries to convince Claire to end Carol's life.
Yeah, which, when someone is basically in hospice and on life support, is not illegal to do in Australia.
And it's not an inappropriate conversation to have, and he does.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're just an asshole.
Right.
Yeah.
He makes some salient points, but he does it in such a shitty way that it's but yeah, she tells him to fuck off. She's like, I don't even know your name, and I don't want to.
Yeah, which is why she doesn't know or has no association with Jack when they meet on the island.
Yeah, so he's overly familiar with her as they part ways. Bye, kiddo. Fuck off, weirdo.
Kiddo is just always.
I don't.
Not now, not ever. You missed the kiddo years. All right.
Yeah, he does have a nice little thing in there about, like, you know, holding on for hope versus guilt.
Yeah. Well, and again, that's one of his salient points that, you know, he's managed to slip in despite the fact that he's kind of a prick about it.
Was that before or after he, like, violently grabbed her?
I think it was before, because I think he said that while they were sitting down.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when she got up, that's when.
Yeah.
I'd love to grab someone violently, like, hey, and then say something profound.
Right,
just really throw them off.
And I kind of blazed past it early. That's the second violent grabbing of a woman in this episode. Saeed grabs Kate before she earlier in the jungle.
Oh yeah,
that was a little bit weird.
Well, and we don't know, the bird might be a woman, and Desmond just grabs that bird.
Well, that would be 3. Rule of 3.
JP, just you wait. I got some things to say.
We got some birds. We got some bird talk coming up.
We got to get to bird talk.
Can't wait to birds plane.
We cut to the beach from there. Claire is tailing Desmond. Desmond 100% would have seen her following him. She's 14 feet behind him.
There's like nothing else. There's nothing blocking her.
She's not like ducking behind rocks or shrubs.
No trees
or anything. She's not even like carrying a shrub like in a cartoon. Just walking down the beach.
I wish she was just holding a shrub, like, right in her face.
Like, for her face. He turns around and she stops. Is there anybody following me? No, just us frogs.
You're on an island with polar bears and people that want to kill you. Look behind every once in a while.
Yeah. He goes out to what Brett described to me earlier as the docile seagull. There's a seagull sitting in some kelp or just grass or something
green?
on a rock, just not moving, despite the fact that the tide is. I don't know much about seagulls. I don't know if the wave, like, they're probably comfortable around water, but he gets the sea. This is the thing that was weird to me. He manages to grab this, obviously, like either captive
This
or trained
wild
seagull.
animal.
Right.
Yeah. No, I get that, and I know that, but diegetically, a wild animal.
Right.
Yes.
Because the thing that happens right after he grabs it is he gets blasted with a big wave. I'm like, why would this seagull be sitting here if this is like a rock being pounded by the waves?
You let me know. You let me know when I can go.
No, it's bird time.
It's
We're
bird
here.
time. All right. Look here. So, little fun fact about me: I own 2 satinette pigeons. They're basically just doves because doves are pigeons.
Okay.
But they're just doves if you're my landlord. So 'cause somehow that's better than just having 2 pet pigeons. But they're just as dumb and shitty, like, in so many ways, and wily as wild pigeons. And can you get close to a wild pigeon? We've all chased pigeons when we were kids, right?
Right.
And still do, even as full-grown adults.
Right.
Yeah, when we were kids,
It's so hard. And, like, we've also, I mean, JP, I know, I get it, birds aren't real, but at least you have heard of, like, theoretically about seagulls, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, Ab and I, we're familiar with seagulls,
Yeah.
right?
You see him?
They are worse than pigeons.
Yeah.
Not only will they be just as avoidant of humans, but they also will terrorize humans if we antagonize them.
Yeah.
So what the hell is this? And I get it, he's a professional. And spoilers for my MVP of this episode. But this consummate professional of a trained animal
Right.
does a great, awful job at being a wild animal because he is too calm, too peaceful. And I was like, is this a stuffed animal? Is this a robot?
That's
Like,
what I thought.
is this?
I thought when they first showed it, I was like, it's a fake seagull, and they're going to replace it with a real seagull when he's holding it, right?
Because there are none of these people, especially real life Desmond, whoever he is, he did not get the training to hold this properly. Neither did all the other characters who held this seagull, just like fucking passing him around like a football.
Yeah.
There are so many times in, like, with conversations, you want to talk about TV shit. There are so many conversations that would have not happened because a few words into trying to talk to the other person, the seagull would have just flown away. They're like, which would have made for much greater television than all the sappy, dramatic monologues. It's like people monologuing at each other, right?
They're not listening.
We're at that part of the episode.
Yep.
Where they're just monologuing at each other. Meanwhile, this bird just and, like, I bring up my birds because these are actual domesticated birds. They are bred to be domesticated.
Right.
I can't hold on to them for more than a minute.
Yeah.
They are constantly, like, wiggling around and trying to get out of your hands because they don't want to be confined. They want to spread their wings, like, quite literally. Why would this seagull, like, it's like, I would have almost, like, I would have wanted someone, again, probably Hurley, to, like, be like, hey, is that seagull okay? Because he's not doing anything. Maybe he's hurt. And that would have been, like, the great irony is that they tag this seagull that is hurt, will not be joining the flock. Was on that rock because because it wasn't going to fly anywhere.
Left him behind,
It was stuck. And of course, no one knows except the viewer.
All right.
Man.
Since we're on bird talk, I'm going to jump forward just a hot fucking second. Listen, I've been duck hunting. I've been, I'm not an expert hunter, but I've been duck hunting a few times, and I've seen tagged ducks, right?
Sure.
And I've also been to enough hardware stores to know the difference between a duck tag and a piece of galvanized hanger strap. What is on that fucking bird's leg is not a bird tag. That is a piece of hanger strap.
Oh, my God. They just grabbed it out of the grip truck.
Yeah.
And they put it in, like, oh, my God.
Absolutely. They grabbed that out of the fucking genie truck. Like,
man.
anyways.
We got bird problems.
And again, you
Lost has
can't.
bird problems.
It's 2007. I understand you can't just go to bird.com
Yeah.
or geocities.com/birds
/bird.
Wait. All right. Hold on.
and learn about it. At least not yet. But oh god,
They were probably kicking themselves by the time season 6 rolled in 2011. They're like, man, we have so much more information at our fingertips.
Guys,
to write our fiction.
bird.com it just directs you to the scene from Family Guy when he plays Bird is the Word.
Oh, well, that's a shame. I was hoping that it would be a redirect to the NSA and it just say 404 page not found.
Automatically get on a list.
Right, and JP's going to go burn his computer now.
Yep. Well,
He knows too much.
that was fun. All right.
God.
So Desmond grabs this fucking bird.
Yeah,
This
and
stoned ass bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, this fucking quaaludes ass bird. Quaaludes bird.
Heyo.
Hey.
Hey. And he's like, he says something to Claire about like, I had to come get this bird because otherwise Charlie, that spot right over there, that right there, that's where Charlie dies trying to get this bird. He falls in and he gets smashed against the rocks. He got struck by lightning. He tried saving you when you were drowning and he drowned. And he spills the beans on like, I see Charlie's death morning, noon, and night.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Question.
Yeah.
How did that affect this trap that we had set up that does not affect... that did not involve Charlie
Yeah.
being...
Right.
being at those rocks at all.
I see what you're doing there. Like let's go on a brief thought journey. Let's say they caught the seagull at the beach with Jin's net.
Sure.
Then there wouldn't be any need to catch the seagull at the rock.
Right.
Charlie wouldn't be out there. Did Desmond have a vision of Charlie getting snared in the net?
Funny. Desi, it's funny, Desi, because we're at these rocks because of you.
Right.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have had to get this possibly decrepit,
Possibly one-winged seagull.
intoxicated,
Just this
altered-minded seagull
this drunk on fermented mango juice seagull.
from these rocks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Well, so maybe that means that there really was a boar.
Oh shit!
You know, I don't know.
You did that on purpose. I don't know what you're talking about. I was
literally,
actually
it was a
hunting
fucking
boar,
accident.
but now I realize that since I scared this seagull away from this net, now the death seagull is an issue.
Yeah.
I at that point I would have accepted the boar coming in, terrorizing him, and then cue like the Curb Your Enthusiasm music. Full circle.
Yeah.
Now that's holistic.
Yeah.
And then he takes to the camera.
Yeah. Then he winks at the camera.
Ding. So
I think we flash back.
yeah, back to a flashback. Claire is now blonde. Claire is now pregnant.
One begets the other.
What?
Claire, she's visiting Carol.
Yeah.
Still under, still in the hospital. They're taking care, like they've obviously made the decision to keep her around on life support as long as, however, as long as Christian's money will hold out, because apparently Australian Medicare is not paying the bill.
Nope.
I mean, they didn't have like a time lapse or like however many years later
they
thing.
didn't.
No.
Do you know?
No,
guess?
I didn't look. I could make a guess.
It's gotta
Yeah.
at least be a couple of months.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah, at least
Good call, JP.
That's
Yep.
how long the Hot Topic phase lasts, anyway. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I would imagine, maybe a few years, maybe,
Mhm.
Let's say when little Claire is in her Hot Topic mode, let's say she's 16, 17, maybe 4, maybe 20 now. I don't know how old she is when she's on the island. I don't know if they ever tell, but yeah. So it's been a while, and but this scene, I kind of liked it. I guess. I
It's
don't know.
fine.
It was fine. It was fine. I'm gonna give it a fine.
It's fine.
It's one of those things where.
It's a hard find. It was like, because it was like, yeah, nice, but also necessary.
It's
Yeah.
Was it?
as I was watching the scene, I was like, okay, this is nice. Like Emily Draven is doing some work here, and that's nice to see. This is the scene that reminded me that at its heart, Lost is supposed to be a character show, not a story or plot show, you know. And that's the only thing it reminded me of. It was like, okay, this is fine, and oh yeah, this is supposed to be about characters.
Yeah, it's
for me, the story stuff's like infinitely more interesting.
Yeah, like hey, I had to like you reap what you sow, guys.
Yeah,
like,
totally. Yeah,
if you wanted to make a character show, you should not have made all the weird stuff happen.
Yeah, I even have a note here saying like the formula for the show is always like character to plot and sweet to spooky.
Yeah,
like it was at least like this flashback, and then she talks to Charlie.
Yeah,
they have a sweet moment.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that is nice.
Yeah.
And but then they see other shit.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, you had a good time with the sweet stuff. Now it's spooky shit.
Yeah.
But I do love
or
the
like
spooky shit.
unresolving spooky shit. Now let's get nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Hard cuts.
Yeah. This little sweet scene leads right into a sweet present scene where Charlie and Claire are dealing with the tagged bird, and they write a little message, and Claire says,
message.
A long, winded. And again, like you see the seagull just like moving his head around, just being like,
Yeah. You're gonna put that treatise on my leg?
Yeah.
I was already having troubles flying before. That's how you caught me in the first place, and now
this is gonna weigh me down. I'm gonna lose this leg.
This is unreal. But yeah, so they put this manifesto on this seagull.
This dissertation.
And we have a little bit.
We've
of
also attached this copy of Das Kapital by Marx.
Yeah.
Bird ain't fucking going nowhere.
Enclosed is my own copy of War and Peace. Also, and there's no like hard information on it either, right?
No.
I get it, like they don't know much, but it's like, hey, here's some names, like because even like okay, so they're closest to like Australia Fiji, and stuff. Like here's an Australian person. Contact their family at least, or whatever.
We're in the South Pacific somewhere. We were near Fiji at some point.
Yeah, they mentioned the flight, right?
Yeah, they talk about the flight.
So that's about it. But like,
and the big takeaway is like, we hope you guys can find us, but don't give up hope. Like, because we like, there was a line there was like, some of us have resigned to never getting up. Yeah, and then it cuts to Desmond in his tent, like just like. Oh man.
You say tent. It is like a couple of sticks and some palm fronds. Like it is.
That's true. Well, this one hasn't been flipped yet.
Yeah. It's a fixer-upper. Yeah.
That's why it was on the market. Probably just had to pay the back mango tax. And
Yeah.
He's in the Detroit of the Survivor Beach.
But with the island and all that, the supply lines are totally missing.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take a while.
It's gonna be a minute
to get all the renovations. But cutting to all these people, and just like some of us are just a bunch of pathetic fucking losers, and it's like
Sawyer.
But like he's like,
it's like you can hear them like, are you guys reading the letter?
Everyone, well, he is. This is not. You're not the only ones on the island.
God.
Holy shit. We have this little montage kind of looking around the beach. It's a sweet little moment, like Brett said. And then we finish up our last scene with our...
Oh, also shout out to the seagulls who were waiting for their homie very patiently.
Yeah. How polite.
It's good. It takes a village.
Yeah. Our A-team is complete now.
Yep.
Because everybody's sneaking through the jungle and they come up to the compound, the barracks, and we see houses, we see infrastructure, there's somebody riding a bike, and we see Dr. Studs McBeefcake himself, Jack, palling around with the others, playing a little bit of football with MC Gainey.
Yeah, just throwing the old pigskin around with Tom Friendly.
Ending on a solid Tebow.
That was, like the smash to black as Jack is spiking
pretty
the ball.
Especially with the quintessential.
Yeah.
He's so fucking happy. Christian never played catch with him.
God, yeah, him and Tom, and that's the thing. Like,
or John.
Yeah.
You see, like,
kept trying to throw knives.
we see the A-team see Jack and Kate's ready to go run out there and Saeed stops him, and we see how just fucking happy Jack is to be at this place. And we don't know here on the podcast how long it's been since Kate saw Jack. We know that they start season 3 in captivity together, her and Sawyer and him.
Yeah.
So we don't know how long it's been. Assume week 2, something like that, whatever. Just based on the convention of most episodes of Lost take place over the course of roughly a day.
A day or two, yeah.
So maybe a week, whatever. But it's very different all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It's he's been brainwashed. Cool.
Damn.
We came all this way out here for nothing and maybe killed Mikhail?
Yeah.
Lost.
Yeah.
Par Avion.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Holy shit.
I thought I wasn't going to have much to say, and yet here we are.
Yeah. Bottom line up front, did we like it? Was it good? Brett, how did you feel about Par Avion?
Oh, like I said, this was a good challenge to be like, does this still hold up?
Yeah.
Because it had so little going for it, for me personally, into it. And as television, and truly just as quintessential prime time, mid 2000s television, boy does it hit the spot. As a Lost episode, honestly, it's very sufficient. It's a sufficient Lost episode.
Sure. Yeah.
Because there's an A story of character and a B story of plot.
Yep.
I haven't gone back enough to see if everything follows that formula.
Sure.
That much. You guys can speak to it more so than me. But I felt like, even when there's a focal character, everyone who's there is at least gonna have something on screen. That said, I personally was still longing for, again, Hurley. Echo.
Oh man.
More John and less dickish John, or at least more fleshed out John. Less I love weird Desmond. I love Desmond, and Desmond's inherently weird. I love it when he gets really weird. But not just this awkward weird.
He's weird,
cringe weird.
It's weird because he doesn't. It's like he doesn't know what to say, as opposed to just leaning into his own personal weirdness.
Yeah.
All right. Sufficient.
All right. So a B-.
All right.
I'll do that.
Yeah. Sure. No,
okay.
B-. Yeah. JP, what do you think?
I really like this one. Yeah. I again, it's a common complaint that I have. Charlie just needs to shut up. But I
There's
didn't
ways
mind
you can do that.
Yeah, right. I didn't mind the flashbacks. I like the A plot. I like the B plot. I like this one. Yeah, I liked the Claire episode, man. I'm still gonna rag on her, but I was very entertained all the way through. I liked a lot of stuff in this one. Adam?
Yeah, kind of the same. This has happened to me in the past where the flashback happens and I don't necessarily see the parallel to the present day storyline. That's so the flashback felt a little. It was a lot of time that went by to find out that Christian is Claire's dad.
Sure,
because that was the only thing I ended up holding on to. But the rest of the episode I fucking loved because all the stuff that was happening on the island was that good Lost shit that we like. That's really weird.
Yeah,
mysterious and questiony and
the problem solving and discovering.
Yeah, totally.
I'm way into it.
Rousseau.
I mean, it's hard to dislike any episode that Rousseau shows up in because she's so strange and awesome. So yeah, I'd probably give it B minus, B neighborhood, somewhere in there. Same. Yeah.
Great. All right, let's do some end of episode segments. Lost MVP. Who is your favorite? Who is your all-star? Who is your hero of Par Avion? Brett, who's your MVP?
In context, I would say Son and Jin.
Okay.
Because just all right, let these people go through their bullshit. We got nothing else to do, and
we'll help. What else are we doing?
Yeah. I think Jin's just excited to make a net.
I fucking love nets.
It's it's my time to shine.
You need a net? Yeah. I'm there.
And out of context, behind the scenes, the seagull.
Gotta.
Consummate professional.
Gotta.
Just
so
to
good.
A fault.
Yeah.
I would almost say to a fault. Yeah. It's like a stuntman trying to act. It really
is. Totally.
Good.
JP, what about you? What is your who's your MVP?
I don't have anything too snarky, but it's got to be Jin, man. I love Jin.
Sure.
Claire comes up and is like, I got this crazy plan. I need to start cutting up your nets that you're using to help fish and keep us alive. And he's like, you know what, little white girl, I'm gonna play along. Like, whatever. I don't know. Sun and Jin were just real sweet in this one, and I'm giving it to Jin just real earnestly.
Yeah, sure. If I cut up my net today, that just gives me something to do tomorrow.
Yeah,
fix my net.
Exactly. Adam.
I'm gonna give it to Mikhail.
Ooh.
Because he was sort of the heart of the weird lost others stuff. Like Rousseau saying you can't trust him. Everything he says is a lie. Like everybody, like Locke and Rousseau wanted to kill him. Kate wanted not to kill him, and then him just like talking about the submarine and the EM occurrence and the beacon, and just like talking about all this stuff and like just being the heart of the weirdness like that. Yeah. So yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah.
For me. So, Mikhail. Yep.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, the other half of this segment, Lost Forever. Who's the worst? Who could you do without? Who just kind of brought the episode down for you? Who is lost forever? Brett?
Maybe this is a little mean, but I'm glad we don't have to deal with Claire's aunt ever again. Just a real sour.
Well, I mean, you said it before. You reap what you sow.
Yeah. Like, maybe, sure, like, Christian's not a good guy, but you're just unpleasant. I don't want to be in the same room as you.
She was real mean before Christian got there. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, you were mean to your traumatized niece. Like,
God.
Not a good look.
Yeah.
When the doctor said, like, she might be like this for days, she might be like this for years, they cut to a close-up of her, and she's upset by that answer. Like, I wonder if she's got ulterior motive.
Ugh. Aunt Lindsay. Fuck off.
Yeah.
JP. Lost forever.
Ayn Rand. Sawyer is reading Fountainhead.
I didn't even know.
Yeah,
I didn't notice.
She believed in unchecked capitalism. She believed the colonizers had the right to take lands from indigenous Americans. She believed in objective reality. Well, she can objectively suck on D's nuts, you selfish, irrelevant waste of space. Fuck Ayn Rand.
I will second that. And I think she had a personality not unlike Aunt Lindsay.
Yes! Oh, they would have gotten along fucking great.
Oh, Lindsay read it.
Oh, yeah.
She read it.
Totally. Adam?
My loss forever is whoever the person on the plane who had a copy of Fountainhead in their luggage. Because one fucking asshole travels with a copy of the Fountainhead. Oh my God. And then, like, I know that there's not, like, a lot of things to read on the thing or whatever, but, like, even Sawyer, I feel like he would be flipping through the books and be like, oh, and just not read it.
No, Sawyer's the perfect person. He's going to read it and be like, oh, yeah, she's really fucking onto something here.
Yeah, probably. But yeah.
She has valid points. All right, who do you, of the cast, who do you suspect?
Was that, and that was, I thought to myself, I was like, it wouldn't surprise me if it was in Boone's luggage.
Oh, fuck! That's
we
already
good. We already know that Boone travels with books because there's, I think, the copy of Watership Down that Sawyer was reading earlier was Boone's. So we know he does read, or at least brings books along to look smart. But it wouldn't surprise me if the Fountainhead was Boone's.
Holy fuck! That's such a good answer.
If we ever find the answer to who owned the copy of the Fountainhead and it's Boone, I'm changing my Lost Forever to Boone.
Oh, okay, good. Oh my goodness.
Even when he's on the episode, that's true.
Yeah.
Brett, thank you so much for being on the show.
Dude, thank you guys.
Yeah.
I had a great time.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Before we sign off, do you have anything you want to plug? Anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to...
I am a wrestler American. I have dabbled in the professional wrestling arts.
Sure.
And if you ever find yourself in SoCal or beyond, we'll see where this is in the future. You can check out Nox Pro, KNOKX PRO, noxpro.com. Headed by the one of the Samoan Dynasty members, Rikishi.
Yeah.
So for all you WWE Attitude Era kids, that probably rings some bells. I mean, his kids are doing pretty good right now too.
Yeah.
But they have been part of my life for actually, as of just last week of this recording, 6 years.
Wow.
And it's been an amazing 6 years.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful for all they've done for me, and I'm honored to have done, however much for them.
Yeah.
So check us out on noxpro.com. We will also be broadcasting online,
Nice.
but there's live shows too.
Yeah.
And yeah, check that out. Otherwise, my birthday's probably coming up pretty soon, so find me on Venmo.
There you go.
Yeah.
Give me a couple of bucks there.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I'll see
we'll
you
be
out.
sure
If anyone's
to-
out there, if anyone's out in Wasteland Weekend, you'll
Oh, yeah,
probably
we-
see me there too.
Wasteland Weekend.
Yeah, either with the Juggers or just doing my own bullshit.
Yeah,
So
for sure. Cool.
I mentioned my birthday with wrestling because my birthday's on Beltane. It's
Mhm.
also International Workers' Day, I believe. It's,
Oh, hell
it's
yeah.
very on point.
Yeah.
It's very on point for a day
That's
like
right.
for
Yeah,
me. But there's a guy at Nox Pro, Bison Beltane,
Yeah.
that I like him.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
He's a solid dude, I
Yeah,
think.
don't listen to what everyone else says. I have it on good authority that he's all right.
Is it?
Yeah.
Glad to hear he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah. Thanks again, Brett, for coming out. And folks out there, check out Nox Pro Wrestling and JP.
Yeah.
What are we doing? What are we doing next time?
If you want to be lost with us, next time we're watching Season 1, Episode 23, Exodus, Part 1, starring various characters. That's what
I
it
love
says in the
various
fucking
artists.
spreadsheet, so I read it.
That's right. Which I pulled directly from Lostpedia. So
All
the
right.
centric characters of Exodus Part 1, various.
Awesome.
Oh, God. Excellent. Cool. Well, thank you out there for listening to the show. I'm Adam.
I'm JP.
Do you have any idea what's going on the show?
Nope.
Me neither. Lost on Lost is produced and edited by me and JP.
We wish to acknowledge that we live, work, and produce our show on occupied land.
Burbank, California is located on the traditional tribal lands of the Tongva, Chumash, Kizh, and Fernandino Tataviam peoples.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin is located on the traditional tribal lands of the Peoria, Potawatomi, Miama, and Ho-Chunk peoples.
And Lost was produced in Hawaii on the lands of the Kanaka Maoli.
Visit native-land.ca to learn more about the land you live and work on.
You can engage with us on IG, Facebook, and Twitter at Lost on Lost 1.
You can also email us at wearelostonlost@gmail.com or support us with dollar monies at coffee.com/wearelostonlost.
Thanks to Lostpedia and its community of contributors, Danny Schmitz, random.org, and as always, you the listeners for tuning in.
We're hosted at Podbean. You can hear us there or wherever you get your podcasts, except MySpace. We're not on MySpace.
Yet.